Alrighty then. So this today is going to be like it was yesterday. Not much of a change. I've already been sitting here for a second or two, and I already cleared up my list a little bit. Took a look around on the market, and we're looking at like a lot of the same stuff. I mean, I got off like what was it, like 10 o'clock? Yeah, it was 10 o'clock, and that was literally the top of the market. Everything went south after that. SPY did the exact same thing. Right after I left, the market just said, hell no, and went south. So, um, yeah, Ford just went south from the very beginning. But Ford is now kind of getting into the area that I was hoping it would. So we're gonna really start paying very close attention to Ford. Man, can you imagine if I bought the put way up here? That would have been freaking awesome. But anyway, this is doing really precisely what I was wanting it to do. So we're gonna be keeping a really close eye on this now. It's coming into the region that I'm gonna start to get quite interested in it. Yeah, see, it's right in the top part of this right here. Somewhere right in here, we're gonna pull the trigger. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. No did a little bit of a pull, but I'm still happy with right where I sold. Definitely made money on that. So I got no complaints. And I went for a walk slash jog today, and so I'm a little out of breath already. I am so out of shape. Sorry, I gotta check something. Yeah, this hasn't changed. I saw this over here a couple minutes ago. It's still a piece of crap. I don't know why it's up. But we're probably not gonna mess with that. So we're just gonna go down the top list here in a second. Let's actually go take a look at that last call out. Because it looks like, what today's going to end up being like. It has not the best volume for the price, but not absolutely rubbish either. But not a whole lot of support. I mean, hell, we got plenty of space, so we'll just throw it up on there. So I'm not going to worry about trying to trade that right now. So TSAT. I got this one on my list. I'm not super interested in it, but it is moving around by dollar bills, so that's kind of interesting. But it looks like a downtrend has started to form, and might be a minute before we see that change. Eaton. Somewhat like a similar thing kind of going on here, but we can see it's on a pretty much a deep down, maybe a double bottom, but doesn't have as much of a change or growth or really anything like that. So the risk and profit ratio might not be very great. But we'll keep a slight eye on it. It's not on my list, but we'll keep an ear out for it. INOD. Actually, we'll just throw it up here. I got space for days. So this one, not interested in it. It is opening up quite high. Uh, actually, I'll throw it on the list. I'll keep an eye. If it can get over the 14.22, maybe, maybe. But I think it's going to have some trouble. I don't think it's going to. ACR. ACHR. This is going to be a no. Maybe not a big no. We'll keep an eye on it. That, or I'm really looking at things differently because the market's really not good. All right, so this one, it will definitely be a no. So we see the 203. 2 is way down here. Just too much of a risk for that one. PGY. I don't know. I don't feel it. But I mean, it's not terrible. I need to check AAOI. That one, has been a runner for like the last several days. So yeah, we'll throw that on. I'll put it right there for right now. ING. I don't like that one. You can see it was really kind of crazy on the day chart. It may open above here, but I don't know. We'll keep an ear out for it, but I'm not feeling it. This was beneficial stock right here. He had pointed out. This is the main reason why I didn't want to stay in it. It's definitely not doing good. And then the other beneficial one that he was calling out was 2. And same reasonable deal. Unless you bought it, down around the 25 cents and you sold it near the 40. But that's just not the way I like to trade. That's actually closer to 25 cents, but not a trade that I would have generally taken at all. EGTX? No. What was the name of that damn stock that I made all that money on? Yeah, that one. VTGN. I just kind of want to see what it's looking like because we got time. VTGN. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's been on a massive downcline. But it is kind of slowing down. I mean, that's slowing. Don't think I'm gonna trade it, but we'll throw it right here because why not? TNGX. This one has been traded for a second now, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling it. Good morning to whoever just logged in for today. Today is probably going to be very similar to yesterday. Tube I don't like. This was definitely a short squeeze, kind of like Yale. Yale's going to be doing the same general down push. It was only a temporary deal. So, all right. That was kind of interesting. 200, 249. And then it dies. It's looking like it might gain a little bit of steam there. I wasn't even ready to trade it yet, but it looked like it might have been working its way back up. Um, let's take a look over at this stuff. Yeah, the map's not looking good. You can see right at 10, all across, down. People were feeling very bullish in the beginning and then went pretty bearish. Till the afternoon, went a little bit bullish again. Yeah, the numbers here are going to be pretty bad for Ford right now. 14% over the last month. Still up 7.9 over the 3 month, down 1.3. You know, Ford is definitely coming into the region that I might get very interested in it. Let's measure. Another 7-8% to the very bottom. So 8 to between all through 7 to 8 would be the very bottom. I think it could come down another 3 or 4%, which we could see today alone. Yesterday it was a 4.7% drop. So we could see the next 3 point something percent today. You see that's right halfway, right where I'm kind of looking at. So I'm not going to go to the bottom of that one. More like right there. So right when it starts to get into this range right here, 1160, 11.5 is where I'm going to really start to get super interested in Ford. Because that gives me a little bit of room southward to either load up a few extra options, or if it breaks too low, go ahead and sell. But also gives me plenty of from here to up here on options. That would probably that's not probably that would be an absolute massive win with options. With options, you're probably going to see a magnitude of 3 times, 4 times that. but that's also over the course of that's 23 bars or 31 days. So the 31 days is counting weekends. It's 23 actual trading days. So just shy of a month for that whole move to from the up highs down to the lows. 26. I wish you could draw these boxes and then they'll stay there. On the upside, it was about 30, 45. All right, so if we do the option down here, we might want to look at something that's like 6 weeks out. And with Ford, that would be doable. That would be doable. All right. Nothing I've already looked at, and we can see a lot of these things are already trending down. All these are. I mean, I don't like seeing things over 10% on the very first page downward, so I mean that's already not a good sign. So, I guess we'll switch back over here. Excuse me. Today's going to be one of those days. I already feel it. See, we didn't do anything with this one. We're waiting, and that was definitely the good financial move because it's not looking all that hot now. Neither is this one, but maybe next week it might give us a little bit of a pop. I think it's coming into a pop region. That or it's going to go straight back down and go down to zero. Or not zero, but back to the 150 or lower. So, right, no. Like I said, today's going to be a very boring day. I'm just going to actually turn off my camera here. I mean, I'll turn it back on later, but I'm just going to sit back and be a little lazy. Man, that running this morning. This morning I didn't want to get out of bed. So finally got my ass out of the bed and decided after I got my Layla taken care of this morning, my dog, decided to go for a little bit of a jog slash walk. It was more walking than jogging. And That was some exercise. All right. Let me check something. All right. Um, Amazon. Check my Amazon store. No orders. Well, that's no bueno. That's no bueno at all. Trying to figure out what I want to do this weekend. This weekend, what is the weather going to be like? I just checked out my phone. Do I want to go down to the lake? Do some fishing or something? Probably not. I don't know. Okay, it's going to be 100 degrees each day. 108 and 109. Almost every day this freaking week it's going to be 100 except Tuesday. It's going to be 99. Basically 100. Monday we're supposed to have some light showers. We need to get back into some cooler weather here. Do we have any wildfires near us? Nope. Actually, there's one not all that far from me. Where was it? I saw it. Right there. Sanger. Oh, it just says a hot spot. Alright, I'm done messing with that. Uh, I guess we'll bring the camera back. Unless I decide to take it off again. I just feel like I'm sitting here doing nothing, which, I mean, I guess technically that's exactly what I'm doing. This is stock trading though. Some days you just sit here. At least I'm going through some emails. I'm working on some advertisements. Um, I already actually did all that, so I'm not doing that right this second because I already did that. I did that early this morning. I They have not gotten back to me. I need to send those people. I need to put that in the mail. Then I need to email those people. Okay. I'll email her later. I don't want to do it right now. Might take a look at that one. No. I don't even know why that one's on there. Why do I have that one on there? I don't know why I have that one on there. Carvana, I know why I have. We'll take a look at that one on the big screen. This one looks like it's starting to turn up MGM. So we might take a look at that one going into today. Might try to grab an option on it. AMD. Back down near here. So we might look at an option for AMD. We'll take a look at these two on this screen. That one is way priced out of my range, so I don't know why that's there. PXC, we determined the options suck. Amazon is not doing what I want it to do. And then no, I'm not currently in it. And I think it might be... Yeah, I gotta figure out what it wants to do. I think it might come back down some, but it could be going up more. But it just feels like there's a pullback that's coming. That's what it feels like to me. Hey, good, long time no see. How are you doing, Wall? You should have saw the trade I did earlier this week, Monday. It was awesome. Was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. Um, Great. I forgot to update my thing from yesterday. So yesterday was a no trade day. Oh, I have not been keeping up with it too much in the current situation in the last few days. But from a stock market, it's not looking good. If you want to try to grab a few shares and maybe with hopes that they get bought out by another company, um, maybe you might be able to make some money on that if they get bought out because they got a lot of assets, they got a lot of trucks. A trucking company out there is going to want that. It's just a matter of who, when, and where. The three W's, right? Um. So yeah. I don't think there would be a huge investment opportunity here. Not for me anyway. Um. Swift is a possibility, except Swift doesn't really do LTL like that. I mean, they do have Central, and Central does do LTL, but Yellow is more in line with like Old Dominion, and I can't think of any of the other Wiggle pullers, but it's going to be a company that pulls Wiggles to begin with. Uh, OD may actually be quite interested um, in their setup. I think they even run the same trucks. So I don't know. It could be very, very interesting to see what happens. But I do have some insider information, kind of insider information. It's not insider information as in, oh, someone from like an exclusive or anything told me. It's insider in the fact that I know people who drive at OD, and they've told me that the freight has been kind of shitty. So I know OD's kind of hurting a little bit, just like Yellow was. I think Yellow took a bigger hit because they had a lot more expenses. Um, I think recession could be part of it, but I will also say, even in a recession, us truckers, I mean, truckers are going to always be in need, and during a recession that need is not going to drop away completely by any means. So there's going to be some companies that are going to do really, really good during a recession, and then other companies that will fail. um, it's going to be the companies that can bend and move quickly and adjust per market conditions. Yeah, I don't think that bailout's going to be enough, though. I think they needed a couple bill. So I think that 750 is only a temporary deal. Temporary. Which is the reason why we haven't seen a big change in the stock price after that was notified. Yeah. So here's the thing that, and this is the thing I've always told people, and why I think trucking is a good industry to some degree. Now, we have a lot of these self-driving technologies coming around, which is kind of scary for a truck driver, right? But the benefit of trucking, and if you either work for a trucking company or you're a driver or you're investing or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're involved in the world of trucking, you have to understand that, you know, there's a whole demographic of people that they're not going to go to a lake, a stream, a field and go catch dinner. They wouldn't know how to go catch a rabbit. They wouldn't know how to set, a catfish line. Um, they're not going to grab a chicken by its neck and, pop it off like a damn cork. Um, I mean, there's a whole group of people who do not know how to do that. Now, do I know how to hunt? Yeah, I can hunt. Can I fish? Yeah, I can fish. Can I grow veggies? No, not really. I can grow potatoes, and that's about it. I'm not very good at growing stuff. I don't have a green thumb, but I have grown some potatoes before. So, I would still need to get to the store to get some veggies and, a balanced diet. And I like my Dr. Pepper and, stuff like that. So even during recession, everyone is going to be buying stuff, especially food or home goods that are pretty much needed. Toilet paper, and paper towels, paper plates, uh, food, cheap clothing. Um, so some commodities, even during recession, will still be moving. Uh, so can we see a lot of trucking companies fall by the wayside and go broke? Yeah. Um, and I think that's just them, mixed between poor management, not enough foresight, and not being able to change rapidly to save in an economy where it's slowing down. But trucking will never come to a stop. It will slow down, but never stop. I mean, hell, if trucking companies actually get smart, what they probably should start doing is I would probably, lay off on hiring new people, which I think a lot of them have been doing. Utilizing the drivers that they got, uh, maybe sell off some of the older trucks and not look to replace them yet. I would maybe pause buying new trucks for the next year or 2 years. That will save some money on the bottom line. Uh, and I think there's a few things that they can do. So the car repo, yeah, diesel's going up. So the auto repossession rate. Here's the funny thing on that. There's so many people that are upside down in their car loan right now. It's not even funny. And that is back during COVID when car prices went sky freaking high. So if you bought a Ford Focus and its MSRP was 20,000, and I don't know what a Ford Focus price is. I'm just using that as an example. So just insert Ford car. MSRP was 20,000 and you paid 30,000, 35,000 for it. And now you could buy that same car for like 30,000 and it's newer, it's not 2 years old. Yeah, you're probably gonna let that one car go, go away, go upside down. Unless you have gap insurance and you're just hoping for a storm or someone to hit your car. You're hoping for something to happen. That's also why I was really kind of upset when my car got hit because I had that car brand new in 2018. I had good interest rates on it and damn good price on it. Definitely not going to find that again right now. But due to that, I'm not looking to buy another car because I think the prices are way too elevated. The interest rates are high. So, uh, I think as some of these cars start to go upside down, they're trying to find new buyers, and that process kind of like goes through its cycle. We're going to see it, balance out, level out. Um, but I don't think the recession is really, you should really calculate the car's repo rate. I think that's just because people way overpaid for a car. You know, I would have never bought over MSRP for a car. I mean, that to me, that's stupid. Housing prices in general are severely ballooned still since COVID. So, as the housing prices start to come down, it's going to be the exact same situation as with the automotive. For the people who, kept their original house during COVID, they're going to be fine. For a whole group of people who were trading up their housing, and they thought when they sold their house that they had got for, X amount, they sold it and then they turned around and they bought another house that was more expensive than what they could afford, but they used the big down payment from selling their house that was overinflated. They're going to find themselves getting into a situation where they can find themselves losing, tens of thousands, hopefully not hundreds of thousands, but tens of thousands easily. Um, so yeah, I think we're going to see a huge pullback in the automotive industry still, housing, um, and you may or may not agree with me on this one, but I think we're going to see a pullback in consumer electronics. During the COVID situation, again, where the chip shortage was, we saw PlayStations going really high. We saw uh, laptops and phones selling for way too high. Um, so I think that's also going to cause a situation where prices are going to um, kind of stagnate a little bit. And people are going to maybe hold on to their device a little bit longer because they're not going to be able to sell it to get, as good of money or anything. And I'm kind of seeing that a little bit since I buy and sell used electronics. I've kind of noticed that the amount of selling units a month has severely reduced. People are holding on to their older devices now. They're not looking to try to upgrade to, a year or two newer. They're kind of staying back like 3 years now. And I think that's part of recession led, but also economy. I think the recession is going to hurt mainly the poor. I think the middle class, they're going to have to tighten their belts, but I think the middle class will get through. Uh, the upper class is going to, they're going to take some financial hits, but, let's not lie about it. They're not going to miss any meals over it. Actually, there might be a few people in the upper class that might lose their meals over it, like yellow trucking. But the vast majority of them, I don't think so. This is kind of popping up a little bit, but I don't like the support. The resistance seems a little high. Volume is not very good. And I'm just kind of like scanning around. I'm not seeing anything too good yet. So just kind of looking. So yeah, I definitely think a recession is, we're not going into. I think we have been. Uh, yeah, so during a recession, it's always a redistribution of wealth, and generally speaking, it's one directional. It goes up, not down, unfortunately. There's very few people that are on the bottom of the ladder during a recession that could actually travel upwards. Uh, I dropped something that I'm fidgeting with. I have a little fidget thing I'm fidgeting with. So, it could be very interesting to see what happens. I know I'm trying to work up, the ladder in wealth, doing the stock market. Um, but it hasn't been working all that well. Uh, Although this week was a good week. This week I made over 4 grand. This wasn't a bad week. So far, not a bad month either. Yeah, no, this week I did 56, almost 5,700. On the month, I'm at 4,400. So I took a little bit of a loss first week of the month, but I made that back second week. No, I did forget that I did want to take a look at MGM over here. So this is kind of getting into a region where I am getting interested in it. So we're going to keep an eye on MGM. Options are affordable. And then the other one I said was AMD. So we're going to keep an eye on AMD. We're looking for a move up. So let me actually switch that 15-minute chart on both. Because I don't need the day chart now. I want the better viewing. So I got them on the 15, which kind of looks like that, over on the other window. Ah. Let me do that. I'm gonna brush my hair. Like I said, I went for a little bit of a jog. So my hair got a little nuts. I'm not gonna put it back in the ponytail though. I'm just gonna leave it down. Alright. MGM seems like it might be a better right up front today. We got about 9 minutes to market open. Sweet. Probably will pop off right around the same time like I did yesterday, right around 9 o'clock. Depending on how the market goes. I'm not going to sit here forever. That, and I do have a business deal to go take a look at, which I'll probably record that whole process. And I'll upload it to YouTube and TikTok. Because I think it's going to be kind of fun to go do, so, I'll record it. So, yeah, if I can get to that. Yeah. So we're definitely going to be off before mid-afternoon. So we're not going to be here until noon. I want to see what the direction is going to be, and then we'll call it a day. Hell, I'm half tempted just to go play some poker. Try to make some money that way. I'm not the best poker player, but I'm not bad. Not bad. Trying to get better at it too. Yeah, I mean, there's not much going on. This thing hasn't even talked to us in a while. Over 30, almost an hour since the last time this went off. Six till. 6 minutes till open. And when I go to that deal, do I want to go on my bike or in the suburb? I'll probably take the suburban. I want the AC. It's going to be over 100 degrees. And I'll be in a warehouse, so it's not like I would have AC in there. So, yeah, I'll take the suburb. All right. Less than 5. Let's go. We might get a scalp on this one. I'll do 200. Two 2.5 minutes. Let's go. You know, if I can get to 200, 300 today, I'll be happy. We don't need a huge win. I just want to finish Friday off good. This week we're still up 21.4. I think we're really looking close at this one. And countdown in the 1 minute in now. Whoo! This is looking good. I want to wait until to see confirmation on the move. Generally, right in this area on time, we do see a dip, so that's not too concerning. It just depends on how far it goes. In 10 seconds. There's the bell. Not quite the direction I wanted it to go, but I think right there is where I would want to be. Yeah, that's ugly. That definitely did not go the way we wanted it. And we can't short it. Alright. Oh, that sucked. So we went red. Barely, but you know. I was trying to get that to move up, but for some reason it didn't. It didn't go quick. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. So, I jumped in on it early twice and got punished. I really kind of want this to be like a stop and go. Looks like it might shoot up here. I'm kind of doing this in case it blows through. Alright, I need to quit micromanaging that. Alright. DVLB. Volume is, yeah. I literally just adjust the price there by going in. That's kind of not cool. So yeah, we're gonna pass on that. Can't short it. Weight Watchers. No. Could short you, but don't want to. Don't think so. Probably would be worth it. Good morning, Odison. I've gone red a little bit. Not too bad though. The market just doesn't look too good. Again, I probably shouldn't have took the trade that I did, but I was hoping it would work. Keyword hoping. I see it's going down. Yeah. Like right when I left the market yesterday, it looked like the whole market turned upside down. Right at 10, it went red massively on Queen and Spy. don't know if I have that one on my list. RGTI. No, I don't. What are you doing? Ah. It seems like one you might buy like a small share size and then put it down a few rungs and then just see what happens. If it triggers, it triggered. But it also seems like it might be a little extended, so a pullback would be likely. I still think TSAC can do something today. TNGX I thought was going to do all right today too. It had a little bit of a hump, pulled back. I'm going to keep an eye over it. I think if TNGX can get over 7.4, I might be interested in it. MGM's going down, so is AMD. Carnival is way down compared to where it was. MG and X. I don't like the way you're setting. It feels extended, but as a scout, maybe. Yeah, this one's hard. I think I'm just gonna wait. 500. That's a lot of pressure. Um, exactly. I tried TSAT and TNGX. Neither of those worked. I'm only down 130. So it's like, do I really want to make it worse by trying on something else? The market just seems way too. This whole week, man. If it wasn't for Monday, I honestly don't think I would have done any trades this week. It just kind of sucks because, we're sitting here for so long. It's like we got to make some money for our time, but just I don't know where. Definitely not here. See, look at that resistance that was there. See, right there. That's just way too hard for me to click the button with that kind of resistance. It is a hard to borrow stock, so I mean, I know some people can short it, but they're trying to short it hard. So what I'm worried about is like a huge flush. Although I haven't seen any like actually, yeah, I have. There's been a few absolutely gross flushing this week. Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna have a really close stop loss here. All right, I'm at break even. If it triggers, it triggers. It triggered. You know, and it goes right back. I I can't jump back into this one. It's just I don't want to get into a situation where I keep chasing a lower number all day. Keep going red, red, and red. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be too much risk for too little profit. Too much risk, too little profit. Hell no. Look at that. This is somebody, the beneficial guy. He pointed this one out a few times. He was really big on it. Today it's pulling up, but massive resistance here. So I have a feeling that this is going to go down. Yeah, I don't know if I would have caught that one either. I think the way I played it was really smart, just to try to capture or to minimize absolute loss by moving it up, just because the way the price action is being. But watch, this is just going to be a slow climb up for a good long while. It's just you're not going to be able to get enough shares. Um, it's jumping around a lot. It's just I don't know. It's just I don't like it. I don't like it. Hello, Joshua. I've thought about it off and on, but there's a lot of different things that I'm doing that I wouldn't be able to do if I was trucking. It would make it way more difficult. There's some things about trucking I do miss. I will say that. Um, and then my mother's health isn't good, so I really do need to try to stay local for that. So I've thought about getting a part-time job uh, or a work from home job. Trucking though, maybe after my mother passes, I might do it for a second again. I don't know, but right this minute, I don't think I would be jumping back into a truck. I do miss it though. There's some things about driving a semi truck that you don't forget. I think I will do that one right there. Let's see what this does. Uh, Odison looks like that Rother, or, whatever his name is. He did. Looks like he's doing good on TSAT, or so he says. I didn't do that good on TSAT. And yeah, sorry, there's not a whole lot going on today, so it's a pretty quiet day trading anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off right now. Yeah, see, this ultimately did work out, of course. 28, yeah, way down there. Same here, Odison. Same here. I don't generally jump on those. Yeah, those doing those bounce plays can be kind of dangerous unless you do it with like small share sizing and or something. I don't know. I don't really like to play that. You know, some people they don't realize like how boring some days are when stock trading. You know, I think I will take Josh's play here if it works out, if it triggers. Um, he's had some pretty good plays recently that I've missed out on. So let me move away from that. So Carvana has gone down a lot. Yeah, see, that took a huge dip. Yeah, so today just does not look like a good day. High of 96. Kind of got close. Think it's going to trigger. Like, we're going to find out here real quick. Do I have that on my list somewhere? RGTI? No, but I do have it there. It was on its way down, though, not up. So far, I'm losing about 55 an hour, 56 an hour. No, 60 an hour. At the 2 hour mark, I would be at $60 an hour, give or take. Of course, this just kept going. Yeah, it looks like a 20-30 risk. I saw that. Um, oh hell. Look at that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that trade. That was a flush, man. That was a flush. And that was ugly. GTI. It's on the down chart, so no. Uh maybe, but I think that might be just trying to find a trade. Oh, that really sucked. I was actually 100 plus, and then it didn't want to move up. Well, I'm green on the day. Just like that. You know, patience. I was starting to lose it. I really was. I felt like maybe I jumped into that a little early, but I just pulled a $220 profit. So, I'm quite happy with that. Nice. Nice. I'm glad you went with the ride with me. I was not expecting that. I was thinking it was going to go up maybe 820 or so. That's the reason why I jumped out where I did originally. Actually, let's just go ahead and put the... It still might actually have some room on here. Um, I'll do that. So, actually, we'll look at the trades on it later. I'm not overly worried about it right now. But overall, I think I'm pretty happy with the way I did that. There's the flush. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull that off. If anything, this will be more into like a swing trade like Josh deal, but um yeah, I'm happy I got out before it flushed. Right near the top too. It's always good when you go green. Um that makes this week a almost $6,000. It's like 58, 5,900. 58.5. Now if I only do that every week, that would be nice. Which I know I'm not going to. But I mean, that would be nice. Do I want to put 100 over? I don't want to feel like I'm gonna put my hand in the cookie jar one too many times. It didn't fill, and I think I'm happy because of that. Because, well, we see what it's doing now. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to put my hand in the cookie jar one too many times. Oh, you gave back? Yeah. That's what I was worried about doing. Hopefully you didn't go red on it though. Did you only give back some or all? Honestly, I think I'm a little bit more green. I'm a greener shade than this. I'm at target, so I'm at like halfway there. You gave back half? Okay, that I mean that works. I gave back a third of what I've made today. Uh, well, not quite a third, but close. So, I mean, shit happens. I'm still thinking maybe 100 over, maybe, but it's just, I don't know. It just seems kind of like very movie again. I kind of wish I stayed down here where I was. It would have been a good day too. But it's always good when you go from red to green, so I'm green. Ah, yeah. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. So we got these two red candles that are very similar in size and location. Now, this one has a bottom tail where this one doesn't have much of a bottom tail. But I have a bet that this is going to go down below 8.5 now. I think it's going to go lower than 8.5. So I'm going to move away for a second. I got this I want to take a look at. This could be interesting to throw in and just let it ride throughout today. Is there an option on it? $40. This option is so enticing to buy. Because they would have to get to 41.6 just to break even. That's way up here. I'm not going to buy it, but I am going to write that down. USM. The call is 40. It's one. Oh, it's down to 1 now. It was 1.6. Oh, wait, no, it was 1.6 here. So I would have profited a 1-ish. And that's for expiration of today. And the time is my time, or New York time is 10:19. All right, that way I can come back and take a look at that, see how I would have done. It looks like I'm sitting at a green screen now when I'm actually just sitting at a green day. So I don't know if it's gonna shoot up like that. So we'll see. Um yeah, dude, that really came down. I'm so glad the way I scalped it. And it did go to the 8.5 like I thought, broke through that, went down to 8.3. I mean, I called it. I called that. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I don't want people to think I'm doing weird sounds or the doing good thing that I just doing, that I'm trying to be like racist or something because it sounds like I'm trying to make in fun of someone's accent. I'm not. It's just I make weird noises. I don't know if I should have said all that, but if anyone ever, if I ever say anything and it ever offends anybody, please let me know, because I definitely don't mean to. And that's not so much to you, Odison. That's to anybody who will end up watching this stream later, which I highly doubt they're going to watch an hour and 48-minute stream, hour and 49-minute stream, because so far it's been pretty boring until just recently. It's actually been really kind of boring until just recently. So I have actually been watching Riot, but I don't know if I want to make the investment in it yet. I think I would want to see what it does going into beginning of next week. Yeah, next week. Kind of like the same thing here. I don't know if I want to do anything with that. This is still not even near open, so I don't care that it's going up. You know, guys, I think I might be done. Odison, how are you doing on the day? I mean, I'm not really at target. Target for me really would be 300. I'm at 219. But in saying that, I'm definitely at target for the week. I hit target on the week on Monday. I'm sorry. I'm gonna probably mention Monday a couple more times. Yeah, I'm still somewhat surprised that TNGX did that. I'm looking at it on the small screen over here. My watch list. Right here. I figured it was going to do all right today, but I did not expect that huge of a pull. That was not what I was expecting. Don't really want to do this as a scout, but I mean I can see where maybe going in with maybe even a half sizing of the 100, and if it breaks up above 10 cents, so go 10 cents lower, if it breaks above the 10 cents, then break at even, so you'll lose 10 or at least break even, and then see what it does throughout the day. But I don't know if I'd want to do that, especially if it looks like it is swinging by 10 cents. So you probably want to go a little bit wider than that, maybe 12 or 13, 15, 1.5 of the one swing. I'm going to see what this does. I'll take a look at this one later on today, and see what it looks like. I'm talking about that later on tonight. I might go live to talk about some of the stocks that I've done. I see. Well, hey, I mean, if you're green on the week, you're green. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you make $1 or well, if you make $1 million, please donate to the poor fund. But hey, you're green. That's all that matters. Most people, if they only make an extra $200, some never mind. Let me say, like, there's some people who make less than $400 a week. So only 220 is still pretty darn green. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Odison. Unfortunately, I think I'm red. Let me check. I might get to go green. So, I had the 1 month that really kind of beat me up. I'm still trying to get recover from that one. So I'm still red on the year, unfortunately. But I'm almost green. So if I just continue doing what I'm doing, just be smart, um, really control risks. I should go green and go green pretty good because you don't have to catch a couple of these moves that bump you up 20% in a week. If I think I'll need to grab like 4% more, and I'll be green on the year. So then I still got plenty of weeks to pull a 20 or 30% in a week or whatever, or a couple 10% weeks. So I got a little aggressive during a really bad part of the year. For 2 months, I kind of ran kind of ugly. So I need to. That's what I'm working on fixing. And I try to be as clear cut and transparent as possible. I hope people appreciate that because I really air out, I guess you could say, my dirty laundry on here. I share everything. I want people to know the highs, the lows, the boring parts, the fun parts, the some depression I've had on here, the super happy parts, the all of the parts. This is not an easy job. This is not a get rich scheme. You're not going to get rich overnight unless you catch something and just have absolute diamond hands and somehow it absolutely goes to the frickin' moon. But highly, highly, highly unlikely. TGNX, I don't know if it's going to give us another run. I think it might give another run later in the day, but I got to get going here. I got a couple more minutes. But I definitely don't want to sit on the trade floor, so to speak, for too long because the market is not very good right now. So I don't want to get to a situation where I take trades where I lose. So TNGX might be good later in the afternoon, but not for right now. Um, TSAT maybe. Um, no, I wouldn't want to trade that. TSAT might come up later in the afternoon. Um, Possibly. And then I think I gave back a little here. I did. Yeah. So I've traded 3 stocks, gave back a little on one, did give money back on the this one, but I made money back. So I got that back plus more. And I lost a little bit on TSAT. Honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad. USM just did like a little pull here. Dropping in on bullet blue. Without those sound effects though. I don't think so. So Looking at the volume, we got the volume might be slowly starting to pick up, but the average volume is down, still trending down. I want to see the average volume start to come up drastically. Um, Probably see volume coming back up towards the 500,000 per minute. Yeah, 500,000 per minute. I would want to see the volume starting to get even higher than this here. If it does, if the volume moves up to the 500,000 on a rising candles, we could see it break past the mill, and that will cause a massive push on this stock because there's not much stopping it. So once it starts to go, it will go. But it needs to get the right amount of volatility because right now, as you can see, it could drop just as quick. There's not like some good levels where someone is sitting up at. So definitely would want to see the volume go up to 500,000. That's going to be my guess or my judgment on it. I want to see a 500,000. And I think getting up to that 500,000 might be hard. That's what she said. God, that is such a childish joke. Why do I find those jokes so freaking funny though? It makes me laugh internally. You know, there's nothing that beats really ice cold water. So refreshing. And I'm not a paid sponsor for water. Yeah, tap water from my tap. Really refreshing. You want some of my tap water? Okay. You know the one thing, kind of a little bit of a rant or something, I guess. But have you ever noticed that the best water is your home tap water? If you go to someone else's house in a different area or something, you generally don't like the water that comes out of their tap. Now, of course, bottled water, I'm a big fan of Ozarka water. But if you drink tap water, it's the water that's at your house that you enjoy the most. You go to a restaurant that's across town or something like that, and you're like, man, this tap water here don't taste good. Or is that just a Texas thing? Is that a Texas thing? I definitely know that happens here in Texas a lot. If you're not at home, you may not like the tap water. If you're not near your home, you may not like the tap water. And somebody who used to drive semi truck, I've tasted a lot of tap water. USM is man, USM is really, really kind of pulling here. I mean, if you did get down in here right around the 3.8, man, you'll be almost 100 up per 100. So, if you went in with 300 shares, be close to 300 up here. I mean, this was a really good grinding long play, but I think the real play will happen if it gets close to this 39. I'll say 39.4. Give it a couple of pennies. But if it breaks 39.4, like 39.41, I think USM will be worth going in and maybe giving it like a 30 cent, window. Um, So go in with like a half share sizing of what you would use for like scalping or something. Just go in with a slightly smaller share size, something that you can just let ride, whatever that sizing may be for you, because it might be a day or two before you sell it. But I think USM might actually be relatively a good trade. It has been for a minute now. And the pullbacks aren't severe. So low risk. Low risk. Definitely going to be looking at this on Monday. 100% on Monday. I'm going to be looking at it later on today when I get back home from going over to this warehouse. I'm going over to a warehouse later on today to take a look at a bunch of automotive stuff. So I am going to be doing some video footage, and I'll upload that to my YouTube and TikTok. Maybe both, maybe just TikTok, I don't know. But I got this huge load I'm going to go take a look at, try to make some money on it. They got some other stuff, so I'm going to kind of get an idea of what all they got. But I think it could be very interesting to get there and make contact with them. Do a small play. Oh, 4,000. No. Four, yeah. Four. Holy crap. And it's right at that whole penny mark. I always tell you, these whole penny marks are always severe pressure points. I did not think the 19 would be that, though. I thought it was going to jump up to maybe 20 or 21, 22, give it a couple pennies, and then we're going to see that heavy resistance around 20. Or like I said, 20 or 21. Did not expect that at 19. So, yeah, I'm not going to take that trade. We're going to go ahead and make sure we take that back to 1 so we don't make a click somewhere by accident and buy 2,000 shares of something we did not want to buy 2,000 shares. I am talking a lot. RGTI, let's take a look. What are you doing? You already took my money a little bit. I don't know if I want to jump back in yet. Again, that's something that she said. We got something on the halt list, so LTRY. Looks like it was halted going up, but it's majorly down right now. So not something that we want to trade. This is something I don't want to trade. I'm just looking through, making sure there's not anything I'm missing. I'm probably going to call it a day and move on to that, going over to that warehouse. They told me that they have a pretty open schedule today, so I don't need to be there at any particular time. But it's just, it's really kind of feeling like it may not be good. I'll watch this. I want to see if it breaks over the 19. Oh, it did break over the 19 already. So it's going up towards 20. So kind of curious to see what this does. I'll definitely, let me throw this down here so I don't forget it. Because I'm going to take a look at this one later in the day, for sure. Could be an interesting continuation if it can get up towards the 30 or 40 cent mark today. Going into next week, it could be interesting to see how that plays out. So I'm going to start watching the chart and seeing what it does. Yeah, it's getting beat a little bit, but I think it's going to end up pulling. AAOI is not doing all that good. AAOI for the last few days has actually been doing pretty good. Today it's showing a little weakness. It's still below where it opened at 14. It's at 1375. SPY and Queens are going up though. So we should see a market that gets a little bit better as the day goes on. Keyword should. It's not always. Checking. Emails. Yeah, nothing. Actually, I had a few things. I already went through those though, so they were not big deals. Let's update my calendar because I think I'm done for the day. So, it's just a green day. It was not a grand slam. We did not hit target, so it's just a simple green day. Is this about to hit the 20? I want to see what it does when it hits 20. Yeah, see, that's a pretty good support level that formed right there at the 19.5, but it got chewed away. Um, do I have that one? Yeah, right here. It's going down. All right. TSAT is moving, but I don't know if I want to invest in it. I don't want to give any money back. There might be a scalp opportunity here, though. So we're going to keep a close eye on it. We're not going to take a huge risk level, so it's going to be a stop and go. So if we enter and it doesn't start to go, then we're going to, sell out relatively quick. If we get in, we're going to run a tight stop loss. So we're going to bring it up as the price action moves up. So we're looking to just grab the top of a candle or two. And then if it starts to drop, we're just going to go ahead and get out. All right, it's not looking so strong now. You see how the volume has gone down quite drastically. Yeah, I know it's a new candle, new-ish, but 25 minutes in on it. But the volume does not seem like it's going to meet where it was before. So I don't know if it's going to break the 13. And the 13 I think could be a level that it could have some trouble with. It got right up to it, and yeah, it's having some trouble. We're gonna try with a small share size, and I don't want to go in with the larger like I was thinking. Yeah, no. Where I just went ahead and pulled it off. Yeah, I mean, it might do it, but I'm green on the day. This stock took me red. Um, I'm good. I don't need to trade this one. I don't need a trade. So yeah, I'm green on the day. I'm gonna go over to that warehouse now. I'm gonna go take a look at a couple truckloads of material. I gotta get some pictures, some videos for a gentleman, uh, and then try to see if I can get it sold. So yeah, let me actually do this real quick. All right. Oh, okay. So I just got a guy who just messaged me with a bunch of stuff that he had. Server equipment, so it doesn't. It's a little bit harder. Let's see what it. Okay, so that's going to be older. Oh, Power Edge 19.5. Yeah, that's. I don't think there's going to be any value in that one. Yeah, no. So even though it's selling for that, the shipping and the specs, same deal. And the 2900. Yeah. Now let's check these real quick. Yeah, nope. The 2950, I actually had, was it the 2950 or the 2960? I had a crap ton of those several years ago. Sold them and made killer money on them. I made like 40 some odd $1,000 on it. It was crazy. So I always like to check Cisco items. Cisco items I do really good on. Yeah. All those items I'm gonna pass on. Yeah, after I buy those, I won't make that much money. Yeah, Cisco is the king, definitely 100% in networking. It's just the equipment that he has is just it's a tad too old. I think it was 29 60 uh 48 or all right. I gotta mute this. Alright, I'm back. That was just a scam call. I put them on hold so they could just sit there and talk to themselves. So, yeah, I can't remember what the that modem was. It's already it's long gone. Um, but what am I thinking? I'm thinking something, but I can't remember what I'm thinking. I'm losing my mind. My mind is starting to switch from the stock market to the eBay thing, to this guy, but now I have to switch it over to this warehouse. So I'm actually going to start getting ready for that. Um, so that way I'll get there shortly, and then I can get back here, and hopefully I'll get all that done before rush hour. That's going to be the ideal situation. What the hell is he even saying? What? I say I never even hung up, but I mean, oh, you can't see the screen, damn it. Ah, fuck. I think they're gonna call me and annoy me later. Didn't get the idea that I was ignoring them. Oh well. I'll ignore them. I'll annoy them later. That's just what I do. Alright, well, this is where I'm gonna go ahead and get off. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Uh there might be a few other plays. Damn. That jumps quick. Alright, I might stay for a half second longer for this. Now, while I am waiting, one of the things I would like to do is I want to wire my house with fiber optics, make a small server room, and get some better networking gear. So all the equipment that he had would have been good for me for that. But I think that would be kind of fun and interesting to do, and also kind of beneficial for when I'm live because of all the different things I do. You know, if I was able to push off some of the processing, especially for like the video, the live stream, and all that onto a server, so that way I didn't have to utilize heavy use one computer to rely on all that. That would be nice. I don't know if I want to jump in on this one. MGHI. Well, I guess I'm about to find out if I wanted to or not. So, I mean, say right around the 3.6 is where I was interested. And right here is probably where I would have gotten sold out. You know, 10 cents low. I don't know if I would have held on to it for too long. You know, trying to do it as a stop and go. Yeah, it's jumping around a lot. We're gonna watch it. Maybe do 200, trying to get in and out. If we can capture one of these moves here, that would be kind of nice, especially if we get up to the 300, the daily goal. But I'm not gonna. I don't want to go red. I mean, I'm more than hit the daily goal this week. More than hit it. So I don't need to hit it here. But it would be nice. Mm, I'm going to go ahead and change the title since today is already kind of done. So, uh, nice small green day. Actually, let me shorten that. Just say green day 200 plus. I'm not gonna put like the fractional. It's over $200. So 200 plus. Green day 200 plus. Awesome. And then that might get changed if I jump in on this. Hopefully not down, hopefully up. But I think I might start doing that. You know, at the end of the day, change out like the subtitle and then put in, you know, kind of, was it a gray day, red day, green day, whatever. I think that'd be kind of cool. All right, I'm done. I'm not going to sit here any longer. I'm going to get going. I got other things to go do. This stock is pulling back. I was hoping for a good push up, jump in, jump out, like a trampoline. I don't want to sit here all day. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and go make some money. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm making the right decision. Take it easy, Odison. Hopefully you go green, you make good money, or actually you are green. Hopefully you stay green. Hopefully you make your goals, or at least hit your minimums, and have a fantastic day. So, other than that, I'm out. Where's the button? Ah, there's the button.